Welcome to MoP Foundation Examination, Sample Paper 1, about One World Training. One World is a global training, business simulation, and training company having its offices in USA, UK, the Netherlands, and other parts of the world. We provide training in IT, business management, project management, ISO standards, GDPR, and other best practices for both individuals and organizations. We do training in different ways. We provide training via classroom-based environments, online from home or work, e-learning, blended approaches, and in-person support for instruction. We do trainings for both private and government organizations. We are an authorized training company and endorsed by leading global professional bodies. And at the bottom, we have several of those endorsements. About the MoP sample examination, you would be asked to work on 50 questions, and there's only one correct answer per question. You have 40 minutes for this paper. You must get 25 or more correct answers to pass. Let's start with question number 1. I'll read the question for you, and I would recommend if you could kindly pause after I read the question, and you could mark the right answer. Then you could replay it back, and I would flash the answer for you. Question number 1, identify the missing word in the following sentence. A dash is the totality of an organization's investment or segment thereof in the changes required to achieve its strategic objectives. In the exam, they would ask you a lot of definition questions. So it's good to kind of know the definitions of concepts in MoP. So what is this a definition of? The correct answer is portfolio. A portfolio is a totality of an organization's investment or segment thereof in the changes required to achieve its strategic objectives. Question number 2, what is portfolio definition in the context of MoP? The answer is it's a cycle. If you remember, there are 2 cycles in MoP. One is called portfolio definition. The other one is called portfolio delivery. Question number 3, which is a portfolio definition practice? The answer is D, categorize. If you remember, we talked about 5 practices under the portfolio definition cycle. You have the understand practice, you have the categorize practice, you have the prioritize, you have the balance practice and the plan practice. Good to remember the names of each of these practices. Move on to the next one, question number 4. The portfolio delivery practice. The correct answer is C, stakeholder engagement. Now, prioritize is a portfolio definition practice, not a delivery practice. Management by exception is a technique in MoP and in MoP. Strategy alignment is a principle in MoP. So good to kind of differentiate things. We need to know what the principles are, what the techniques are, what the definition cycle practices are, and what the delivery cycle practices are. Portfolio management achieve the most effective balance of organizational change and BAU. The correct answer is B, by undertaking periodic reviews at portfolio and initiative level to assess performance and strategic contribution. This is how portfolio management achieves the most effective balance of organizational additional change and BAU. Number 6, which circumstances affect how organizations adapt their MoP principles and practices? The answer is number 1, number 2, and number 4. They explain circumstances that affect organizations adapt MoP principles and practices. The culture and governance structure is the correct answer. Maturity in project and program management is also a correct answer. But experience in the use of relevant IT solutions is not a circumstance that affects how organizations adapt their MoP principles and practices. And the fourth one is also a correct one, is 1, 2, and 4. Next one, which is a benefit of portfolio management. The correct answer is the ability to merge 2 programs that are seeking to achieve the same strategic objectives. B, a reduction in the number of programs and projects across the organization is not what portfolio management aims at. Portfolio management aims at optimizing the projects and programs. It does not aim at reducing projects and programs. C, the ability to identify the resources being used on programs and projects across the organization. Well, that doesn't seem to be a benefit of portfolio management. Whereas A is a benefit, the ability to merge 2 programs that are seeking to achieve the same strategic objectives. The next one, which is one of the 3 broad approaches to implement portfolio management. Correct answer is C, evolution. If you remember, there are 3 broad approaches. One is the Big Bang approach. The other one is the evolution approach. And the third one is the ad hoc approach. So good to remember what these approaches are and what these approaches do refer to or indicate.